Welcome back to the Panic Kitchen, everyone. Today, it's, I think I've seen videos call this like mishmash. You'll have to excuse the lighting. It's like 10:30 in the morning. I just got off work. Fridays are my early days off, and that is by design. So before we begin, look at my thrift find. It's huge. Yeah, it's like gigantic, but I love it. Yes. It was a thrift find for like $4, but I'm super proud of it. But today we're doing another craft time. This isn't a pack snacks, even though we're in the kitchen. We are going to be making candles. Monster Energy can candles. And you might be asking yourself, Pax, why aren't we not using the green can? It's because I made this video and used all my green cans. So we're just using what I have left. And side note, I took the tops off here. This took forever. So I'm hoping the rest of it goes easier. If you hear any sounds in the background, Xander is asleep on his chair and he gets up and goes to his water bowl. So if you hear that click click, that's just my Great Dane. Okay, so I did watch a tutorial and God love them. They were such cute little girls, but the tutorial was more of just them laughing, which I feel like is probably what this is going to be. So I'm not going to call this a tutorial, but I do know first we need to get some water in a pot. So let's do that. I did get the same kind of wax that I saw in that video. Like I said, God love them. It wasn't the greatest tutorial, but it's not rocket science. Like I feel like I can figure it out. I'm pretty sure I just put the wax in something glass and kind of do a double broiler thing over here. This is my like super old, it's small, it's a little small, but this is my like super old measuring cup. So if I destroy it, it's okay. And then we just pour it in the cans. I'm not gonna scent any of these. I'm just not. This is my first go at making anything having to do with candles. So I'm not gonna go that far. And yeah, I guess we'll just see where that takes us. I also got some wicks. This is the part I'm kind of concerned about because everything that I've seen, it either has some like specialty wick holder thing or it's just a pin where you like hold it and sit it on top of the can. That's kind of the part I'm concerned about. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so it appears that our water is starting to boil. So I'm gonna open the wax. Okay, all right. It just looks like couch filling. Like I said, guys, I've never, ever done candle making. So this could be a huge fail, but you know, I'm gonna post it anyway. Okay, so I changed the angle so you guys can watch me make an ungodly mess. Here we go. Okay, so I watched that the wax like severely goes down in volume as it melts. So we'll see. I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to do a couple of these just to fill up one of these cans. And we're gonna go with the one that I butchered the edges on, which is the peach one, which I was really looking forward to using, but this will just be our test one. So we'll see. Okay guys, so I thought while we wait on our wax to do its thing, I pulled up a tag that I have been wanting to do for some time. I'm terrified I'm gonna make a mess, guys. It is the Avatar The Last Airbender book tag. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I legit just got the idea. You know how we do it here in the Panic Room. It's just by the seat of our pants, baby. So I thought while we're doing this, so I can make some bookish content, we're gonna answer some Avatar The Last Airbender questions. So here we go. All right, so a little bit of backstory because of the way this tag is constructed. It is in the 4 elements. So if you don't know what Avatar The Last Airbender is, it is the best cartoon of all time. But it's set in this world where there are like normal people and then there are benders, and benders can manipulate their particular element. Now, I didn't wear my rings today because we're doing this, but I do wear a earthbender ring because one of my favorite characters is an earthbender, and they're all different kingdoms. Like there's the water tribe, the earth kingdom, the air nomads, and the fire nation. and those are all self-explanatory, I feel like, as to what their elements are. But for me, Earth has always been my favorite. So this tag is situated like, I think it looks like 3 questions for each nation. So let's start with water. All right, Katara and Sokka, best sibling relationship. I'm not going to explain all these characters. If you know the show, you know them. If you don't know the show, you should. But Katara and Sokka are siblings. Oh, our water's boiling. We have some melting action. And so I'm gonna say best sibling relationship. The first ones that pop in my mind are from Flesh Rehearsal. Those 2 siblings. I mean, yeah, I feel like they had a pretty damn good relationship, all things considered, because they got into some hairy stuff together. Number 2, you, favorite star-crossed lovers. I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. The first one that comes to my mind is Romeo and Juliet. I know that's super cliche, but it is. I went through a whole Shakespeare phase back in high school, so it does kind of, look at me waving a knife around, it does kind of hold some nostalgia for me. So, Romeo and Juliet. And number 3, ooh, bloodbending. Oh, okay. A book with a disturbing or unsettling concept. Literally almost every damn thing I read. But the whole bloodbending thing, I am going to tell you guys about this. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. Okay, so in true, I guess, mutant power type fashion, because I feel like the X-Men did the same deal. You know, you have your like baseline power, like, oh, you can manipulate water, for example. But then as you progress in your power, you can like start to manipulate related things. I'm put in mind of, and all you comic book people, don't quote me, I love me some comics, but I'm not like intelligent in that regard. I just know what I like. But the whole thing with Kitty Pryde being able to run through walls and stuff, and then that turning into being able to like go through time, that's the kind of concept I'm talking about. There was a whole thing with Katara, who is a waterbender, being able to bend blood because we are largely made of water, right? Which was a freaking fantastic episode, and oh god, I so wish that they could have been like more on that. There was a little bit in The Legend of Korra, which was like the second installment of the Avatar thing, which was not my favorite, but you know, I'm a purist when it comes to that. No. Okay, so we have this like weird wax lump happening in the middle. I hope that's okay. I hope that it's just gonna take some time to melt the innards of our little wax thing. So we're gonna go with the next section of this tag, Earth. All right, number 4 is Toph, who is my girl. I love Toph, easily my favorite character in the entire series. A character whose strength surprised you or surprised other characters in the book. That's a tough one, because usually my answer for that would have been Toph. Let's see, whose strength surprised you? You know, I think for this one, I'm gonna go with the narrator, whose name I'm not gonna butcher, of Earthlings. That whole book impressed me, but the strength that book sort of talked about and embodied impressed me. So we'll go with that. All right, number 5, The Tales of Ba Sing Se, which is another damn fine episode. Best short story or poetry collection. Wow, that's a tough one, because I do love me some short stories. God, I just like steam burn myself. I don't know, I'm gonna name a few. Right now I am reading the Antithologium by K.A. Schultz, which is like a short story collection, which is pretty good so far. I'm not terribly far into it, but I'm really enjoying it. David Wiley's short story collection, The Merchant of Oria, that one was really good. Oh gosh, Things to Do When You're Goth in the Country, that was a good little short story collection. I have a vlog / video on that one. There's a number. Oh, and the folk horror, the double collection that I read. I don't know if that video is going to be up yet. I'm sure it will be, but that was a damn fine collection for folk horror. All right, number 6, the Kyoshi Warriors, best warrior character. Oh, wow. Okay, warriors. See, when I think warrior characters, my mind goes to fantasy books, which I don't read a ton of anymore. Most recently, I've read Monster Huntress from David Wiley, which is an absolute kick-ass female warrior character. So we can say her. And then, of course, say it with me, everybody, the Sword of Truth series. I know you all knew that was coming. All right, so the next section is the Fire Nation, and the first one is Zuko with the best redemption arc. That's tough because Zuko to me has the best redemption arc, period. That's how well that show is written. Wow, I cannot think of another redemption arc. I really can't. I think it's probably because I read books about a bunch of really terrible human beings that don't get redemption. So moving on, number 8, Iroh. Oh, I love Iroh. He's so good. The wisest character. For the wisest, you guys are probably gonna think I'm insane. I cannot remember her name now, but it is the narrator of Geek Love, the little person who is also albino in that it's like a freak show circus family thing. I liked her, and I thought that she showed, I mean, she wasn't perfect, not by a long shot, but I thought that she showed a lot of wisdom in comparison to some of the actions of her family. So we're gonna go with her. All right guys, so we have to pause here because our wax is almost melted. And so it's time for either making a candle or possibly 3rd-degree burns. We'll see. All right, so let's open the wicks here. Just exactly what you think it is. Here's the moment of truth. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Now I need to get like some kind of heat protective glove. And the only one we have is a Christmas one. So let's do this. Okay, I don't know how this is supposed to work. It's not staying. It's like not staying. Oh, you know what? I actually saw a little something about that. Like you're supposed to put like a little dot on the bottom. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay. All right. Let's do this. I'm gonna try and hold the wick in place the way I saw on the tutorial. Okay, now for the moment of truth here. How the hell am I supposed to pick it up? Maybe like this? All right, I knew that was gonna happen. We're gonna need a lot more wax. Okay, so let's do this some more. Okay guys, so I had no idea that we're gonna need this much wax for one candle, so I'm gonna have to melt some more. And just so this video isn't 10,000 years long, we're gonna finish up this tack, and then I'm gonna put maybe like a little montage in here of me finishing up the rest of the candles. And then we'll, I guess, do a light test at the end. Is that a thing? That's not a thing. There's no way that's a thing. So where were we? Azula. Best downfall. Azula was crazy and I loved her character. It was done so well. So best downfall. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The thing that comes to mind when I think of downfall is like a religious figure. Probably because I read a lot of like religious folk horror kind of stuff. Let's go with, there was a number of like small stories, like little short stories in that folk horror anthology that would fit this bill. But I'm gonna go with Revelator, Stella's family. That was a pretty damn good downfall. All right, let's see. And the last one, Air. Appa. He's a sky bison and I want one real bad. I wish they were real. All right, favorite fictional animal or pet? Well, damn. It's Appa. I've answered similar questions like this in the past, and it's always Appa. But since I feel like I can't pick that one, we're gonna go with Falkor from the Neverending Story. That was probably the first animal that I ever fell in love with, like fictionally. All right, Aang, who is the Last Airbender that the show is named for, and it is purest cinnamon roll. So purity. I'm gonna go with, I believe it was Ghost. I think his name was Ghost from Lost Souls. And I'm almost certain in that video where it was like my first time reading Poppy Z. Bright, I actually think I made the connection in that video with Aang because of just this like childlike purity that they don't even try for, they just sort of exude. So yeah, we're gonna go with that one. And the last one, the Avatar state, a stubborn character or a character who struggles with letting go. Oh God, there's so many stubborn characters. Most of them in a really bad way. But you know what? Trouble with letting go? Theme music. Definitely theme music. I mean, come on. The whole like family angle. I mean, I'm not gonna give you any spoilers, but that whole family angle, you talk about not letting go, right? Yeah, so theme music. That fits that one beautifully. All right, guys, so I'm gonna finish up here, and the next thing you see should probably be like a little montage of me pouring, possibly injuring myself. We'll see. Okay guys, so it's like an hour and a half later, and we have 4, 5, 6, 5.5 candles. Yeah, because that whole bag of wax, I didn't have enough to do a 6th one all the way to the top, so 5.5 candles. And it was like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours worth of work. So guys, I have no idea how long these are going to take to cool, cure, dry. I'm not sure what the proper terminology for that will be, but I will put like a little blurb here at the end of this video, just letting you guys know if it burned, if they sucked, what have you. But thank you for hanging out for another craft / tag. Not sure what I'm gonna call this, but thanks for hanging out. And guys, if you like this, please hit like, hit subscribe. It would really help me out. Please hang around for the madness. We do books, we do spooky shit, we do candles, all kinds of weird things in here. So hang out. But anyway, guys, thank you again for hanging out, and until next time, bye for now.